Hello. Welcome to Conversations with the Empress. I am the Empress. And as you could tell by my festive attire, it's freaking Friday, y'all. The day we've all been waiting for. At least I have. And you know I love a freaking Friday. Let's start this thing off right. You guys go and hit that like, share, and subscribe below. They all help my channel to grow, and I greatly appreciate the support. So please, go do me a favor and simply hit that like, share, and subscribe right about now. And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting for the like, waiting for the share, waiting for you to subscribe. Thank you. So the fit for tonight is in spirit of St. Patty's Day, but also another one from Fenty. Thank you, Rihanna, because the girl is looking festive. I just love Rihanna's stuff. She definitely has a customer and a fan in me. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what y'all think. Happy St. Patty's Day. Had to be festive, right? In my sexy voice. Had to be festive, right? You know, that sexy voice thing falls in line with the show tonight, which is sex sounds. Hearing is one of the most important senses that you bring to the bedroom. Just as important as touch, sight, smell, and all these things. And it even starts before you get in the bedroom. How many times have you been dating and you are talking to somebody online, texting back and forth, messaging back and forth, but then you get on the phone with them and their voice totally is like a turn off to you? Like, that definitely can happen. And that affects your arousal and attraction for a person. In my foreplay episode, I talked about how foreplay starts way before you hit the bedroom, and hearing is a big part of foreplay. For me, I know one of the things that will get me turned on before the bedroom, that includes my hearing, is a man's voice. I prefer a deeper voice. It does something to me. It resonates with me, and a lot of women feel that way. A guy with a higher pitched squeaky voice is really not going to turn me on or even make me look at you in that way, because that's like a sign of like puberty. So, I'm definitely more attracted to a deeper voice. And also with women, a lot of times men prefer women with sexier voices. I mean, I know I get compliments all the time on the phone that my voice is sexy. I like your voice. Like, I hear that a lot. So that definitely plays a part in a man being turned on towards a woman, what she sounds like, how you sound when you say whatever it is that you say. A woman's voice being sexy has even created jobs for women as far as, like phone sex operators and whatnot. I remember this really popular movie, Girl 6, and she was making a ton of money just talking to guys on the phone about sex. She wasn't having sex with them, but it was something about her voice and her persona that she portrayed through the phone, just through her voice. And also with men, think about radio stations. On The Quiet Storm, they're not putting somebody that has a voice like Steve Urkel on The Quiet Storm. They're putting somebody on there that sounds like Barry White. There's a guy that's one of our salesmen for the job that I work at, and every time he calls, he has this deep, deep voice, and I always tease him and call him The Quiet Storm, because he sounds like he should be on the radio at night playing like smooth rock, romantic rock, or whatever like that. He just has a voice for that. But it elicits certain thoughts in your head, when somebody has a sexy voice. I don't know about y'all, but a man's voice in the bedroom definitely does something to me. I love when somebody is vocal in the bedroom. I love when somebody tells me what to do, is commanding. Um, I definitely enjoy it a lot. A lot of women like for their person to take control in the bedroom, physically, but also verbally. There is something about a man with a deep voice telling me what to do. Um, I also feel that it's extremely sexy to hear a man say my name in the bedroom. You know, say my name, say my name. It's definitely a turn on to hear a man say my name in the bedroom. Especially if I'm showing him what that mouth do though, and he's saying my name, or cowgirling it up and he's saying my name. I enjoy that a lot. I also definitely enjoy a man who moans, because a lot of guys, I feel like they either feel like that's not like masculine to moan, or they don't want to let you know it's good or whatever. But for me, I love to hear a man moan. I think it's super sexy. I actually used to deal with somebody who used to growl, and that used to drive me nuts. It was very primal. And then I learned that there's a lot of guys who growl, and I never knew that before I was dealing with him. But growling, especially at climax, definitely a huge turn on. Kind of made me feel like prey, and that's how I like to feel in the bedroom. Definitely enjoy it when a man is audible and I can hear his sex sounds. Definitely like that. And men love to hear a woman express what she's feeling in the bedroom through moaning, screaming. I've rarely come across guys who didn't like a woman to be vocal. The good thing about being vocal in the bedroom is that it definitely lets your person know that they're doing a good job. When you're not as expressive vocally in the bedroom, it's harder for your person to figure out if you're enjoying yourself. They strictly have to go by the signs of your body, which is all well and good. But when somebody is verbally expressive in the bedroom, it definitely makes it easier for you to figure it out and figure out what they like. Like, for instance, if you are stimulating your person and they're moaning loudly, and then you move position and the moans die down, then you know that you need to go back to that position, or maybe that's their spot. Audible things are excellent cues to let you know what's really going on inside of your person. Sex sounds also could be a huge turn on to people who are more cerebral, sapiosexual, mental people. Hearing your person talk to you in the bedroom may trigger you to be aroused, or trigger you to even have an orgasm, depending on what they're saying. I mean, I know when I'm in the bedroom, I am, depending on how good it is, depends on how vocal I am. If it's really good, I'm gonna moan. If it's super good, I'm gonna moan. I'm gonna talk shit. I'm gonna say some wild, crazy shit. And I really am like in a place of just letting myself go, which in turn turns my person on too, because I'm being less verbally inhibited and I'm just saying whatever, the most wildest, nastiest, freakiest, kinkiest things you could say, because in that moment, that's what I'm feeling, is that, that pleasure and that lust, so to speak, and that desire, and all that is coming out vocally. It's almost like the vocal has to match the physical of whatever's going on. If it's lame, obviously I have nothing to say. If it's great, I'm gonna have a lot to say. Not that hard to figure out. And I mean, I know a lot of women vary on that. Some women like when a guy talks dirty to them in the bedroom, and other women don't. Like, I have a friend who's like, no, I don't want to be called a B. I don't want to be called a slut. I don't want to be called any of them things. And for me, it's kind of like with sex, it's like a freeing, liberating thing, and you could just be. And so for me, I like to say crazy, extreme things, which I probably cannot even say on here, but too hot for YouTube, okay? But everybody's different, some people don't like that. Some people just like moaning or whatever. The other sounds in the bedroom that will be turned on is simply the sounds of your body. I mean, the slapping and the smacking and the sucking and the licking and all that stuff makes noises. I personally love to have sex in a quiet room. I don't want no soundtrack. I don't need no music. I want to hear the sounds of us together and what that sounds like. And that could be a real turn on. I mean, even with solo play, you could get turned on by the sounds of your own body for yourself. Think about it, like whenever you've been in a hotel and you hear somebody having sex, do you turn the TV up so you can't hear, or do you turn it down so you can listen? You probably turn it down so you can listen, because that's what I do, because just the sound of it is a turn on. Like, it doesn't have to be me, you know? When I was a kid, if you reference back to my episode on porn, you know, I said my first experience with porn was watching it on that TV with the grainy screen, but you could hear it, you know? The hearing lets you paint a picture of what was actually going on the screen, even though you couldn't see it. So your hearing plays a huge part in your sexuality and the enjoyment of sex in general. Speaking from a kink BDSM perspective, I know, you know, as a submissive, and a lot of submissives will tell you this, that like just hearing your dominant say "good girl" in the bedroom, outside of the bedroom, is enough to turn you on and get you a little moist, okay? So that whole hearing thing, I don't really understand how it works, you know, the whole connection between ear and body and all that. I just think that something goes on between your ear and your brain that turns you on for whatever reason, whether it be what the person is saying or the timbre of their voice or whatever. But, you know, good girl is like music to a submissive's ear from their dominant. Even in my situation, when I had my slave, you know, me saying certain things to him would be enough to make him, you know, want to have an orgasm or just get turned on in general. And it wouldn't always be sexual things. It would be the way I said it, the commanding way I said it, or, you know, the despicableness of what I said to him. That whatever I said, it would turn him on in that way. And I didn't have to touch him. I didn't have to, you know, do anything physical. It was simply the sound of my voice and what I was saying to him that would turn him on. So if you know that your person likes your voice, there are lots of things that you could do throughout the day to like turn them on. Like voice notes are a big thing. I love to send sexy voice notes, or a voice note of wetness. You know, you're home by yourself, you're missing your person, and so you want to play, you know, you want to play around, you want to stimulate yourself. You know, once you finish and you hit your climax, like send a little voice note of your wetness to your person and see what they say. Like, what is that? Like, what is that? And then, you know, that's going to set you up for later on when you come home and they make the wetness with you. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, you got to be creative. Like, sometimes people think you have to like have all these toys and all these different things to like really tap into your sexuality and have great sex. No, you need to just tap into yourself, tap into your senses, you know, and hearing is a huge one. Find out what words turn your partner on. Figure out what you can say to your partner to get them going. Everybody has an audible trigger. Maybe they like how you say their name. So all day long, instead of saying baby, honey, sugar, say their name. Say their name all day long and say it in a seductive way. You know, don't sleep on sounds, okay? Don't sleep on the power of the voice. I mean, you could put on a tape of Barry White right now for some old black women and somebody gonna throw their panties at the stereo. So, sounds, voices definitely play a part in sex. Y'all remember that scene from that old ass movie, Booty Call, with Jamie Foxx and Tommy Davidson, where she liked for him to like talk like intelligent, famous people, and she was having him talk like Martin Luther King while they was getting it in. Prime example of sex sounds that were weird, but turn somebody on. So the next time you're in the bedroom and you getting it in and your person says, say my name, put some extra sexiness on that thing. Hey yo, thanks for watching. My contact information is below. Please go like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Your support is always appreciated. But if you want to show that support with them dollars though, throw your girl a cash app, you feel me? Until we meet again, smooches.